What's going on, folks? Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and apparently since I made my last video, the entire book, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, has leaked in some form. Where it has leaked, I'm not sure. This seems very similar to Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden, where the whole book went up on D&D Beyond for a short period, or a trailer leaked early. Where it was leaked, I don't know. All I have to go off of is a Reddit thread with information that does seem legit to me based on what I know. I've not seen the link. There are people clamoring to find the link. The people in the Reddit thread have not released it. So I'm going to go through that. It is now 1:05 a.m. on October the 28th. So we'll talk about what is in it, what isn't in it. It looks like I looked around. I read through all the comments to see pretty much everybody's clamoring for a link or a source. We do not have one. So you'll have to take it all with a grain of salt. But again, people said the book went live. I'm assuming that means Fantasy Grounds, because it's not even available for pre-order still on D&D Beyond, which is a whole nother potential conversation topic. That's one of the only places I could think. The only other place it could have possibly gone live would have been on Roll20. Two places where things might have shown up. So there's a really good Reddit thread that's been cataloging everything from the start, called Everything We Know About Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. I will go through that. We'll talk about it and see what we think. So if I go over here to the Reddit thread, you can see this is the log of updates here, this yellow highlight. And you can see even stuff we were talking about earlier today, uploaded with a lot of new information from Fantasy Grounds. All information was tagged with new. And it says, as of 4:29 p.m., breaking news. Apparently the whole book has been leaked. Stay tuned while I gather information. 5:36 p.m. Eastern. Update with tons of confirmed info from the leaks. All the newest info is currently marked new, as opposed to what was marked earlier, new. And it says PM post a link to the leak, edit, or at least more information from where it's from. Edit, I do not have the link. Sorry. Some info gleaned from what people have access to in D&D Next and 5e Tools Discord. So that must be where it is. It says Watcher's Paladin has plus proficiency bonus to initiative aura. Paladins no longer get Spirit Guardians. Favored foe, this is the update for the class feature variants for Ranger, says no longer gives concentrationless Hunter's Mark, instead uses concentration but no bonus action to deal a scaling die of damage, d4 to start, all the way up to a d8 at 14th level. On the first hit of every turn against a creature, uses are limited to proficiency bonus times per long rest. Blade Singer, this is the biggest update, which bothers me. Well, this impacts me as I play a Blade Singer. Can now replace one of their extra attacks with a cantrip, but Blade Song has been nerfed from twice per short rest to proficiency bonus per long rest. Spell Versatility is dead. Bards get, among other things, several new spells. We saw some of those already in the leak I covered earlier. Warlock does not get Animate Dead. Paladins and Clerics get a new Channel Divinity option, which lets them regain a spell slot whose level is equal to or less than half their proficiency bonus rounded up. Uses of this special divinity, Channel Divinity, are limited to once per long rest at first, then twice at 7, and thrice at 18. Clerics get blessed strikes from the class feature variants. Wizards can swap out a cantrip every long rest. So if we go up here and check the beginning, we can go through the log, and we'll look for things that are listed as new. So again, some of this is, we saw this thing about changing your subclass. That's kind of reeling what we saw earlier today. So then it says Artificer, we know armor specialization is in existence, and we know that's a thing. New Path of the Beast confirmed. It also appears that, I saw a pretty interesting table going around that basically showcased what is in, I'll see if I can pull it up, what is confirmed as far as subclasses go. And let's see, I will open original here. So this, I've seen this going around. This appears to be what is currently listed. And it seems like my prediction initially was correct. We see all of the Artificer reprints, including the Armor, which is new, the Beast and Wild Magic Barbarian, Creation Bard, which we already knew. Eloquence is a reprint. Spirits will not be in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, as I suggested. It'll probably be in a book coming next year, associated with the two new dragon, the two new dragon-based subclasses we got in Unearthed Arcana, if they end up making it. Spirits, again, I said, was not. Order, we knew was going to be reprinted. The two clerics that have come out in Unearthed Arcana, Twilight, and then Unity, has been relabeled Peace. Spores Druid, we knew was being reprinted. Stars and Wildfire confirmed. Scion, Rune Knight Fighter, Astral Self, and Mercy Monk. Paladin, the Oath of Glory was reprinted in there. Oath of the Watchers is coming in. Fey Wanderer and Swarmkeeper Ranger. Soul Knife and Phantom Rogue, Clockwork Soul and Psionic Soul Sorcerer, Genie and the Fathomless Warlock. This was previously the Lurker in the Deep. Blade Singer is reprinted, and we already knew Onomancy and Psionics were out, and Scribe is in. That's corroborated by this list, which shows, again, Path of the Wild Magic confirming Path of the Beast, and we see Primal Knowledge at 3rd level, Instinctive Pounce at 5th. Those are in here. It was called Survival Instincts originally, and that was at 2nd level. We have Primal Knowledge at 3rd. We don't know what that is. And I'm not sure if Instinctive Pounce, as it's listed here for Barbarian, will remain the same when we get into Tasha's Cauldron here. College of Creation we knew. College of Eloquence we knew. It looks like Magic Inspiration has been confirmed to be in it. Magic Inspiration is the Bard ability here, which allows a Bard to add, if they give someone inspiration and they cast a spell, they can add the number rolled from the Bardic Inspiration to 1 damage or healing roll of the spell. We already knew about some of these additional spells. We saw those in the Fantasy Grounds League. Cleric, we now have confirmed Peace and Twilight Domain. Druid, we knew Circle of Wildfire was going to be in it. We saw that from Fantasy Grounds this morning. Stars is confirmed. We now see that Psy Warrior and Rune Knight are confirmed. It says, compared to the Unearthed Arcana, some runes now have level prerequisites. Storm and Hill runes require 7th level. Rune Knight's 18th level feature lets them get huge to grow in size. And this is kind of what we saw in the Fantasy Grounds, but further expanded here. A section on Battlemaster builds appears to be, quote, suites of suggested maneuvers, feats, and fighting styles grouped together to create builds such as Archer, Bodyguard, Brawler, Duelist, Gladiator, and presumably more. That's what we talked about earlier. But this is still using a Battlemaster, but how to, like, if you want to be a Battlemaster Archer, take these maneuvers. It says confirmed fighting styles, blind fighting, with blind sight to 10 feet, thrown weapon, and unarmed fighting. Unarmed fighting includes a d6 plus strength damage, but goes up to a d8 if you're not using a shield or weapon. Again, these are new fighting styles, which means that any class that has access to fighting styles may get access to these. Way of Mercy Monk was confirmed earlier with Fantasy Grounds. Way of Astral Self confirmed here. Oath of the Wanderers, which is really the only new Paladin. We knew that was coming. 3 new Primal Beastmaster Companions. We kind of saw that earlier today. And then Fey Wanderer Swarmkeeper confirmed. And then it says here, we saw this earlier, alternative class feature Deft Explorer can replace Natural Explorer and has Canny as one of the potential benefits. That is from the class feature variants. If we were to scroll down, Ranger, you'll see Deft Explorer replaces Natural Explorer, and Canny gives you 1 skill, Animal Handling, Athletics, History, Insight, Investigation, Medicine, Nature, Perception, Survival, or Stealth. You gain proficiency in it if you don't have it, and you add your double your proficiency bonus to checks using that skill. In addition, you are able to speak, read, and write 2 additional languages of your choice. It then states that 6th level is roving and 10th level is tireless. Those are currently listed here. You could choose them at different levels, which one you wanted. It looks like now they're setting roving at 6th level and tireless at 10th level. Rogue, we kind of already knew, Phantom and Soul Knife. Sorcerer, it says Aberrant Mind is the same, or is the name, rather, for the final version. Aberrant Mind, I think we were Aberrant Soul and Psionic Mind, and now I guess we're landing on Aberrant Mind. Clockwork Soul, we knew that was confirmed from earlier. It says there are 2 new meta magic options, one of which is Seeking Spell, and new Sorcerer Origins do get additional spells known. So if that's correct, what we saw in the Unearthed Arcana is accurate. They're giving new spells known, like a list of automatic spells known spells for sorcerers, which means you should probably update that to other ones. And if we look at the new, if we go to the Sorcerer, is Seeking Spell was, it is one of the metamagic options. When you cast a spell that requires you to make a spell attack roll or that forces a target to make a dexterity saving throw, you can spend 1 sorcery point to ignore the effects of half and 3/4 cover against targets of that spell. That's what Seeking Spell does, or did. We see that Warlock will have the Genie Patron, we knew that, and the Fathomless, which is the renamed Lurker in the Deep, as well as new Eldritch Invocations. No specifics on that. Wizard, we say the new version of Blade Singer No Elven racial restriction. Blade Song feature can now be used a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and refreshes on a long rest. Extra attack now includes the ability to cast a cantrip as one of your attacks. That's pretty big because if you manage to snag an attacking cantrip like Green Flame Blade or Booming Blade, that's an opportunity for you to do a melee attack with extra damage followed by a melee attack and still have access to your bonus action. And then Order of Scribes, it says, compared to the Unearthed Arcana, the Wizard's Quill doesn't have the gold cost for transcribing spells, but the time is reduced to a few minutes. There are additional changes as well. We don't have the specifics, but confirming Order of Scribes. And it says miscellaneous here. This is all stuff we kind of already knew. Multiple psionic classes have evolved. The new creatures. This may be reference to summoned creatures and animal companions. Juvenile Mimic, we heard about that this morning. I'm trying to see if there's... I don't see anything new on the lineage system here. This is pretty much all corroborated from that dragon, that Sage Advice conversation. And let's see, here's the lineage, sidebar, custom lineage, and it still is referencing here as sort of like the variant human. Again, this is stuff customizing an origin we learned about today and the table. Spells, it looks like we have section on personalizing spells. This is from this morning. Again, mostly seems to be about able flavoring spells, but might suggest changing a damage type or altering the effect a bit. There's also a magic themes table, which might provide suggestions for theme spell suggestions, mechanical changes, and so on. The complete spell list looks like this is fully new, all of the spells that will be in the book. We already knew about Blade of Disaster, Booming Blade, Dream. It looks like they're saying of the Blue Veil might be the name. And we knew because of that, we now have confirmed here Lightning Lure and Green Flame Blade reprinted. Intellect Fortress. It says Lightning Strike is included on the Artificer spell list. That is a new spell as far as I know. It says Dream of the Blue Veil is a 7th level conjuration, lets you travel to a different setting, but requires a material component of something from that setting. Sounds like from like Eberron to Ravnica and so on. A Mind Sliver we already knew. Spirit Shroud is confirmed. That was an Unearthed Arcana. And then all of the summoning spells names below have been updated, removing spirit from each name. So it is now Summon Aberration, 4th level, Beast 2nd level, Summon Celestial 5th level, Construct 4th level, Elemental 4th level, Fae 3rd level, Fiend 6th level, Shadow Spawn 3rd level, Undead 3rd level, Sword Burst from Sword Coast Adventures Guide also reprinted. And then we have Tasha's Caustic Brew, Tasha's Otherworldly Guise, and Tasha's Mind Whip, all confirmed. It says feats, multiple feats we knew were going to be in here. It says confirmed list of feats, Artificer Initiate, Chef Crusher, Eldritch Adept, Fey Touch, Fighting Initiate, Gunner, Metamagic Adept, Piercer, Poisoner, Shadow Touched, Skill Expert, Slasher, Telekinetic, and Telepathic. I believe that's every single feat from the UA feats one as well. For the magic items, it doesn't look like there's anything new confirmed today that we didn't already see. Magic tattoos, nothing new from what we saw this morning. DM tools. Here's the complete list of the name of the puzzles. We knew that. We knew one of them was Display of Daggers, but now we have all the names. All That Glitters, Creature Paintings, Exact Change, Eye of the Beholder, 4 Elements, 4x4, Haunted Hallway, Elusive Land, Material Components, Members Only, Reckless Steps, Skeleton Keys, and What's on the Menu. We don't have anything new in the Magic Environment section or Group Patron section. I don't see anything new here from what I reported on earlier from Sidekicks, and then Art, and then there's just a list of sources here for what they have. And this new is the massive leak of the book's content. And again, we don't have, as far as I know, what that is. I also, again, I'm not sure where things leaked or how it was determined. Leaks are normal when it comes to different kinds of books, but we are about 3 weeks out from Tasha's Cauldron. It is the 28th right now. It comes out on the 17th. So about, again, 3 weeks or so out at this point. So we'll have the information soon enough. But yeah, I'm curious what your thoughts are. Oh, one other thing they said they confirmed was spell versatility was killed. Spell versatility, for those of you who don't know, was classes that have spells known. For example, I'm looking at the Warlock run right now. I guess I can show you guys while I'm talking about it. It says, whenever you finish a long rest, you can replace one spell you learned from Pact Magic feature with another spell on the Warlock spell list. The spell must be of the same level as the spell you replace. You can see it's also listed here for Sorcerer. Again, finish a long rest, you can swap a spell. That was a really powerful ability for, you know, warlocks, sorcerers, and bards. They have since apparently killed that completely, but they did keep for, sounds like for wizard, where is it here? No, I guess a cantrip versatility. It says for wizards anyway. You can, when you finish, this is when you gain a level, you could replace a cantrip. According to that new leak, it's whenever a wizard takes a long rest, they can replace a cantrip. That's interesting, adding even more versatility to the wizard class. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I'm super excited to see more information coming out. It seems like more options. Again, excited to see that pretty much every subclass I thought was going to be in the book is going to be in there, and confirming that things like the undead patron warlock, the spirits bard, and so on will probably be in whatever next book we're going to get. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.